Hi, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. One of the questions I get asked a lot is about twin flame doctrine because when I do readings, you'll hear me refer to it over and over and over again, going, is there are certain patterns to these connections that show up consistently that allow people to understand that they're actually a part of this soul ascension journey that we call the twin flame collective. Now, one of this idea has been twisted somehow across across, I don't know, the way it's moved out on social media, and it's had this kind of fairy tale aspect to it, that somehow that you come into a twin flame journey, you meet this other version of you, and you've got your ideal lover, and you're gonna move into Eden and paradise and fantasy land, and it's the most perfect thing that you've ever encountered. It is a perfect love affair, but not for the way we've been conditioned to see love. Like, we've got this romantic notion of what it's all meant to look like. But if you get involved in twin flame doctrine, right, look for doctrines that speak to you of journeys of ascension. Look to information that speaks to souls learning and growing. Look to journeys that souls push each other into uncomfortable spaces. If the doctrine does not have an element of growth about it, I it's my personal belief it's not a fair doctrine about the twin flame journey. If it's just speaking of romance and finding your ideal lover and it's all going to be peaches and cream, ditch it. If it's speaking to you of a soul ascension journey and it starts to speak of recognizable patterns that happen on a twin flame journey for the benefit of your growth and awareness, have another look. Battle test everything that you're looking at. Don't take my word for it. This has just been my version of the journey. Now, what I wanted to sort of lock in on in this information is there are recognizable patterns. So when you come into connection with your twin flame, there's going to be something that feels like you have a recognition. That's a given. You have a recognition that this person means something. They're special. Something lights up. You feel different when you're in their company, and it's unexplainable. Generally, there will be some. It'll be a cultural difference, an age difference. It'll be a socioeconomic difference of some description that these two have to overcome together. Right? They're going to be different in some way, shape, or form. Yet when they come together, there's a recognition of each other, and when those energies do come together, what they're doing is they're lighting up energy codes in the other. And it's not designed that when that initial meeting happens, that both of them recognize they're on the journey. For one, they don't actually know what's happening, and the journey of learning and growing begins. The runner chaser phase is well identified, and it's well identified that you won't come back into union until you complete the journey of knowledge and move into surrender. It's also well documented that the feminine energy will generally go through it first, and then the masculine energy will follow. And then, even when these two come into union, as glorious as that is, the learning and growing continues until we move into that place where the vibration settles and you can hold union comfortably. That is baseline in the doctrine. Now, take that as the scaffolding, right? And then look to build your story out from it. Don't just lock in on the narrative and go, that's all there is to it. There's not. Your journey is going to cling to the scaffolding, but amongst that doctrine, you're going to find out things like twin flame waves, task centric roles, timelines varying, and what is the role of twins once they come into union. All of that stuff has to be accounted for. So my number one piece of advice, if you've been brought into this journey because you are a twin flame, track down doctrine, look at it, understand it, get knowledge, understand the journey that you're on. It is the fast track to bringing your union together so you can do the work together, right? It's and until that part of the journey is understood, these unions will stay in their duality. They'll stay in their separate state. But once you can understand what you're supposed to be doing is learning and growing and moving together for the purpose of twin flame mission, which is to help humanity move into this new vibration, you get on that page and the journey changes completely. Now you go, all right, that sounds really great, Suze, that's all good and well. But what if I'm not a twin flame, but I've been brought into the twin flame journey to learn and grow? Yes, this is the next thing that's going to happen, is people who aren't actually twin flames or going through that twin flame journey, but they're meant to be affected by the twin flame story, right? We're meant to teach them. Twin flames are meant to teach them about what the nature of unconditional love looks like. Now, that is going to be the next wave that I believe will occur. It's like people will come into the twin flame story, not for the purpose of going through an ascension journey, but to learn from us. So twin flames, if you're moving into union, be prepared. The next part of it is we've got to lead the next group of people through what we've learned, through what we've understood, into those higher frequencies as the planet moves up and spirit drops down, and we're the conduit in between. We've got a job to do. So wherever you fit in the story, if you've been brought into the twin flame narrative, my number one tip, research it, understand it, get to know it. It's the fast track. In faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.